guys. Oh, I'll just take my mask off to speak to you this morning. Good morning. I am going to read a few stories this morning to talk a little bit about what's happening at the moment and why you might not be in kinder. This is a bit of a clue. Kate's wearing a mask today and I've got some stories, and the first one's called Why Does My Teacher Look Different? I do look a bit different with the mask on, don't I? And that's because sometimes we have to wear them at the moment to cover our nose and mouth to keep ourselves safe and healthy. This story tells us a little bit about this as well. It says, why does my teacher look different? When I go to kinder, I can usually see my teacher's nose and mouth. But now my teacher has to wear a mask, and the mask covers her nose and mouth some of the time. There's a virus called coronavirus going around the world right now, and it can make some people get sick. I've probably seen a lot of people wearing masks. Have you? Have you seen lots of people wearing them, maybe at the supermarket or out and about? This stops people from getting sick. It helps to stop it. It'll be different to see my teacher wearing a mask, but we'll get used to it. I can remember that my teacher's nose and mouth is still there under the mask, and sometimes I can look at my teacher's eyes to see if she's smiling. That was a good one. It is true that you can see whether someone's smiling or not, whether they've got a mask on. Can you see how I'm smiling now? No, I'm not. The next story, turn my mask off, is a good one. It's called Greeting My Teachers and Friends. And we've been talking about this a little bit in the last couple of weeks with the turtles. And it says that when we're at kinder, we usually greet and say hello to our teachers and friends. We sometimes give them a hug or a high five, or sometimes even shake their hand. But at the moment there's a virus going around the world, and it's called coronavirus, and it can make some people get sick. So in kinder, we're not going to touch each other during our greetings, and this will help to protect us. But we're going to find new ways to say hello to each other. We can give air hugs. Pretend you're hugging your friend. We can wink at each other, and we can greet with spirit fingers. We can wave at each other, and another way we could greet is by bowing. We could do a curtsy, and if we're wearing hats, we can tip our hats to each other. Another way to greet each other without touching is to say namaste or ayubowan, like we say to Shirin. There's also things we can do with a foot bump or a hip bump or an elbow bump, and we can greet each other in lots of different ways. It's going to be fun to learn new ways to greet each other. You can choose one of all these different ones by waving, spirit fingers, namaste, a curtsy, a wink, an air hug, a bow, a hat tip, a foot bump, an elbow bump, or a hip bump. Now, some of the other stories we've got is about getting your temperature taken, talking about social distancing, and coughing and sneezing. But we might read those another time. Okay, see you later.